Well, hello everybody. Welcome to a new Maxwell's Estate video. I am in the new garage today. Sorry I haven't had an update in a couple years now, but as you can see, we have a new vehicle here. It is my new to me, well, I've had it for a little while now, new-ish 2002 Maserati 4200 Coupe Cambio Corsa in Verde Goodwood with the tan interior. I'll get back to that in a sec. I freaking love this car. I think it's fantastic, very underrated. A couple of you have been asking about my S65, and we still have that. As you can see, the hood is open and things are kind of disheveled, so I'll get to that. You can see we have some parts removed from it, the air pump, air boxes. What we're doing on this is what you do on all of these, which is remove the coil packs, send them out for rebuild, and put them back in. So we're doing pretty big service on here. We got the, turn the flash on. Let's turn the flash on. All right. You can see the little turbo down there. So I got the coil packs off, which require taking the intercoolers kind of loose and using the Mercedes special tool string to tie them up and get those out of the way. So the coil pack is off. Those we got sent out to Clark out in California to have rebuilt. The transformer's pretty new. These strobe bed pretty often too. This is, I think, the second one since I've owned this car. So I sent my spare boost box that Clark made. He's rebuilding that and get a pair of new coil packs in, and this should run pretty well again. Another cool part this car has is the Wise Tech oil filter cover. I think it just looks a lot better, so put that on. So while we're in there, it's had a check engine light for a while for the secondary air pump, which was on I put on the ground over there. This lives over here above the alternator, which is kind of down there somewhere, and then you got the turbo, and yeah, so of course I broke a vacuum line doing that, so we'll have to fix some of that. And then it's very oily in here, so we're definitely going to need to redo the valve cover gaskets. And you know, if you take the valve covers off, you might as well paint them, right? So let's do that too. You can see the intercoolers. Yeah, a lot of oil on this side, which, yeah, has gone all over the ground and in my driveway and all over the place and created a big giant mess. But yeah, otherwise this car is running pretty good. Changed 2 of the ABC hoses since I've owned it. Other than that, it's got 85,000 miles on it now. So trucking along. Here's the air pump. And then those go into the intercoolers. Yeah, the air boxes here and some other leftover parts on the side. All right, back to this car. So as I said, it is Verde Goodwood, 2002 model. It has a aftermarket exhaust. Well, kinda. It has a muffler delete and a straight pipe welded in, and then these new tips. So I did post a quick exhaust clip on the channel in the other video, so maybe give that a look. Sounds pretty cool. Otherwise, the exhaust is stock. I mean, no stock header, stock mid pipe. There is an X pipe in there. I'm not sure if that's factory or not, but sounds really good. I like it a lot. So normal with these. You open the door and get about 5 seconds. That's the F1 pump priming. So that's a totally normal noise that makes. If it doesn't make that noise, then you really got trouble. I got the door panel off because the window regulator is making a lot of noise and I need to take that out. But of course I haven't yet because I actually have to drive this car once in a while. So yeah, tan interior. Ferrari calls it something else. I don't remember how to pronounce it. It starts with a C. Yeah, 2-pedal car, which I've kind of gotten used to. I actually don't mind it too much. It you can heel toe and rev match it. It's a lot of fun, actually. That like 6th to 5th gear shift, you just blip the throttle, hit the pedal, and it goes down into the lower gear, and it's really cool. I totally dig it. Yeah, two-tone dashboard. Kind of hard to find stitched roof headliner, so that's kind of cool. I did that. Sticky buttons, of course, like they all have. At least until you work on them a bit more. Screen's kind of messed up. Yeah, so it's not in the best shape, of course. It's a driver. Gold clock I found on the build sheet is actually an option. They don't all have that. Most are silver. So yeah, there's some things I got to work on a little bit here. You know, typical old used car things. But I really like it. I've driven it a couple thousand miles now since I bought it. Pretty neat car. I totally did this one. It's been a nice change of pace from the German cars that I've had, and I think I'll keep this one around for a little while. Some space in the back filled with Japanese, Italian car magazines, which is kind of my thing. I love European cars on Japanese wheels. That's what I've always enjoyed. It goes back to the 996 portion that I had on NK wheels. Just always liked that style. So yeah, a little rough. It's got 52,000 miles, 54 maybe, 54,000 miles. So not terrible. Didn't cost me much. So, and here's the most important part: the engine. For you know, Maserati, Ferrari, pretty well-known F136 engine. It's similar to an F430, but with a cross-plane crank instead of a flat plane. Really cool gold intake manifold. I always thought before I had one of these that this was just oil stained, but actually no, it's coated in like a gold gold paint almost. Red rocker covers. I had to do one of the pulleys recently, so the pulley, idler pulley froze, so I had to replace that. Did the belt and the tensioner while I was in there. I've done the cooling hoses. There's only 4 of them, so once you're done waiting for the parts, it's actually pretty easy to install. You know, did it here in the garage, didn't have to take it anywhere. Overall, pretty easy car to work on. I really like working on this. There's no fancy suspension comparatively. You know, there's no turbo. Pretty straightforward car. So I hope to be making some more content with this, maybe working on it. I need to polish the headlights a little bit more. It's better than when I bought it, but not great still. And there's got some suspension clunks in the window reeler I told about, but we'll work on that, you know, one video at a time. Definitely need some tires. They're pretty old. But yeah, if you liked that, go ahead, like and subscribe, and let me know what else you might want to see. Eventually I'll get to posting about my CL600. That's broken too, of course. The shifter bushing fell out, so I got the whole center console out of that, and that is sitting over here next to my spare parts and parts I sell on my store. So I sell a lot of Mercedes parts on my store that I find in the junkyard, things like that. Rare items, hard to find stuff. So still mostly into Mercedes, but I picked this thing up and freaking love it. So yeah, let me know if you want to see more, and I'll catch you in the next one.